What's going on, guys? Myself, Trebla, here in New York, about to interview one of my favorite boxers. He already knows
My
this
guy.
because we speak all the time. And this is a momentous time because we're here for the big Ring Magazine 6 clash, headed by Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson. But on the undercard is my guy, all the way from Saudi Arabia, my brother Zizo
My man.
Ziyad Almaayouf. How are you, my
Man,
bro?
bro.
Yes.
Some intro.
Come on, bro.
Some intro, bro.
How are you, bro? Firstly, we have to, the British, we like to do things, we always talk about the weather firstly.
Yeah.
So let's just get that out of the way right now. You've come from a warm country and you're here right now with the snow in the background right now, where I think we're at -3 or -4, something like that.
Yeah, it's
How you
-7.
-7.
It's crazy.
It's mad, bro. Talk to me. How you feeling, bro?
No,
Firstly?
I'm feeling great, man. I actually came from just as cold in Liverpool. I was there for 3 months.
Liverpool, man.
for the
Scouts
training
country.
camp. Yeah, it was cold there.
Yeah.
Started snowing a bit when we were there too.
Oh man, so you're proper climatized now.
Yeah. But this is a different kind of cold.
Yeah.
The weather has been crazy. Everybody's flights got cancelled because of the storm and this and that.
Literally.
But we're here now, and that's what matters.
Yeah, man, the show must go on, as they say.
Exactly.
No derailments. Even the snow is not going to stop what's coming on Saturday night.
It's not gonna stop the storm.
No, it's not
There's
going to.
another storm.
My
Another
guy.
storm coming.
Bro, you know what? There's so many things I want to talk to you about, Ziz, and I don't want to take up too much of your time. This is taper week, right? And for those that don't know boxing, taper week is the time when a fighter, you've done your training now, man. You've done your camp, right? And this is where you're now locked in.
Exactly.
Talk to me, bro. Like, leading up to this, how was camp in Liverpool as well? And, did you know much about your fighter leading up to, what we're going to see on Saturday night?
You know what? My best camp yet, my strongest camp yet. As soon as I heard Madison Square Garden being the first ever Saudi Arabian professional boxer to fight at Madison Square Garden, the first ever Arab boxer of my kind to fight at Madison Square Garden.
Come on.
As soon as I heard that and I knew the opportunity in front of me and what it would mean to all the fighters coming after me, where they can now, after Saturday night, look at Madison Square Garden, the pinnacle of boxing, and say, we can get there.
Come on.
We can dream it, we can achieve it, they can see it, everything. Because, God gave me the opportunity to be the one to open the door and to be the first one there. So
amazing.
As soon as I heard Madison Square Garden from His Excellency, I was like, this camp is going to be a different one. And I've been training in camp since May.
Wow.
I've been there since May because I was supposed to fight in Vegas for the Canelo Crawford card. And then it didn't completely go through at the last minute. And then I was going to fight November on the Benavides card.
Yeah,
in
ring
Riyadh.
4. Yeah.
That didn't go through at the last minute again.
Yep.
After 2 full camps.
Yep.
And then just back again to the grind when I was so patient through all the trials and tribulations and all the ups and the downs, and even when it seemed like it wasn't gonna happen, I just stuck to it, and then God rewarded me with Madison Square Garden.
Come on.
And so it's been the best camp yet. Did 3 months in Liverpool, did my testing as soon as I hit Liverpool and hit the ground running. Went to Sheffield for my testing with boxing science. Built the program all around all my testing, my bloods, my lactic acid.
Come on.
We focused where are not the weaknesses, but where do I lack more than where do I have the strengths. And we said for this fight, you're gonna have strengths all across the board. So where are you lacking? And let's pick that up. And we picked all of it up, man. I'm a different kind of fighter for this fight. No stone unturned. Like, hand on heart to God, no stone unturned. And that's what makes Saturday night so beautiful, because you're gonna win regardless of whatever result.
Bro,
it's a win. And that's what feels so good. I'm just ready to bust someone up.
Come on, Zizo. I'm unapologetic about my support for you as a fighter. I think from the beginning, and bear in mind, boxing is a fickle sport. People will come and go, and they will change like the tide of the wind. But the reason why I really support you, bro, honestly, isn't just about your performances in the ring. It's about your dedication outside of it. We've had the conversations about even what got you into the sport. You told me about your father, and it's just amazing that he can now witness, you as the first Saudi fighter at the Mecca of boxing, Madison Square Garden. Historic fights have happened here, man. What do you think that means to your family right now with you being here?
Listen, man, I called my father in the middle of training camp, just as we were approaching the last week or two, and I told him, look, he stopped watching me fight live after my second fight, because in my second fight I got knocked down in the first round against a 3-0 Ecuadorian opponent, and I had to get up and I won the fight, a 4-rounder, but in front of 30,000 people in Riyadh.
Wow.
I was co-main event. But anyways, he was there live, and look, my dad is a sport fanatic. Yeah. Even the doctor had to stop him from watching football. I swear, because of his heart and how intense he gets. Yeah. So after that happened, he told me my heart doesn't feel so good when I'm watching you. So I always watch after, and he always plays the commentary. So I told him, okay, well, this one I'm fighting at Madison Square Garden, New York City. It's the pinnacle. I'm the first ever Saudi to do it. I want to share a moment with you because this is your moment more than it is really mine.
Yeah.
And I called him, I was like, how about you come to training camp to Liverpool for the last week? Just be there with me. And my dad, I've said it in all interviews and this one a lot, that everything I say in any interview, any podcast, any, mental performance thing I talk about, or any therapeutic thing I talk about, it's all my dad.
Yeah, man.
My dad has given me the blueprint to life. He still gives it to me till today. I've never ever in my life went through that age where, like maybe most of us can feel, you go through that 14, 15, 16 years of old age where you feel like my dad doesn't know what he's talking.
I'm a big man now. I know everything.
Exactly. I've never been through that, to be honest, man. I've always been, my dad is him, and he's always given me the tools. So I told him, I would like for you to come and spend that week with me. Let's create a memory together that I remember forever.
Yes.
And this would be my win for this fight, going to Madison Square Garden. And he came, man. Wow. He came, which is something my dad never does. Listen, we're 9 siblings.
Yeah.
So he has he has a lot of siblings to
share the time,
But to be honest, that he came and he spent that week with me, and he came to the gym every day, man. And he spent just day and night with me, and all
Zizo,
the walks, bro.
What does that do for a fighter? What does that do for a fighter? Like, to know that, because you got your coach, you will have your team, your strength and conditioning, but what does that do to a fighter, knowing that, you've got that family, and knowing that value of family has always been a big driver. I talk to you, especially when we're in Riyadh, especially when we're in Riyadh, and we've seen the transition in terms of like people who have now started to take to the sport of boxing, who come to the Kingdom Arena whenever Riyadh season are putting on big fights, and we've seen that growth. And it's great to see people attend, but what does it mean for a fighter knowing that you have your family behind you? How does that change your mindset?
It's amazing, man. It's amazing. And it's for me in a camp like this one, it's what boosts your morale. It's what lifts you up. It's what, it means more than the fight.
Yeah.
It means more than the fight, having my dad there, because that's the real win.
Yes.
Of having him in camp and having him there and him just getting to be there every day really puts things into perspective, that what really matters here is not the win or the sport. What really matters here is who you're doing it for and why you're doing it. And my dad is certainly, my dad and my mother, both of them are certainly two of the people that I do it most for.
I love that. Zizo, I want to ask you, right? We're a few days out. This is a massive moment for you. It almost feels like you're going into a championship fight, if I'm honest with you, right? Now, you step into that ring, right? Your hand goes up, at the end of that fight, what do you say? What's your first thoughts after that fight? Do you feel on Saturday?
Thank God, man. Thank God. First thing I always think before, during, and after the fight is God.
Yeah.
You know, I always thank God first thing, and I always just take a moment to be grateful and be present and not let the size of the occasion take away from the small moments that I dreamt of as a kid. You know, not just fighting at Madison Square Garden, but being at the hotel room in New York City for fight week, preparing for that fight. The promos, the media, the photos, preparing for a fight at Madison Square Garden. How can you go back to a 11-year-old Saudi fighter who was boxing with no bags, no ring, just a coach and his mitts, not in a gym, but in a sports club running track because there were no gyms, and tell him that one day you're gonna fight at Madison Square Garden in New York City. So
what a story.
I have to come here and enjoy all of this and take that moment to actually realize it. So thank God, first thing. And then second thing, to be honest, someone who's believed in me, had my back, been a backbone to me, to be honest, through the ups and the downs and the trials and tribulations of my career. It shows what true support and loyalty and belief is via His Excellency Turki al-Sheikh. He believed in me since day one, since he found out about there's a Saudi professional boxer, had my back through thick and thin, gave me the opportunities, not once, not twice, but countless times. And I'll tell you something, not a lot of people know. After my draw,
Latino night, right? That was such a powerful time, bro. I'll go back to that. That was such a powerful moment.
The arena and the fight
crazy.
That night was crazy. It felt like a dream. But it was my first ever draw in my career. And the person who supported me most after that draw, just because of how much he liked the fight itself.
That was such an impassioned fight.
It was the fight of the night.
It was.
Was His Excellency.
Big up Turki al-Sheikh, man.
And when I fought in LA, this is the one I really want to talk about. When I fought in LA, I fought a guy who turned out to test positive for all his performance enhancers.
Crazy.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, man, he tested positive for everything. It was steroids, it was testosterone boosters, all of that. And after that fight, I beat him because of the drug testing thing. But after that fight, I was all bruised, everything, and I was destroyed in that fight.
So you've also had to see unfortunately the bad side of the sport as well. When someone decides that they're going to use performance enhancing drugs, they really want to get that win, and then that's very dangerous.
It feels different, but I'll tell you what, as soon as that report came out, I had just landed up from a flight from LA to Riyadh. First phone call, nobody else, first phone call was from His Excellency telling me congratulations. He turned out to test positive on his performance enhancers. You fought a guy who was on performance enhancers. First phone call was from him. So honestly, that's a person that I always thank, and I never have to say it, because His Excellency knows that just that same belief and backbone that he's given me, I'm always given to him, the team, and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. I fight with my heart on my sleeve all the time.
I love that. And you know what? I've been a witness to just how transformative it's been in the stadium.
Oh, man.
I'm getting chills talking about it. Latino night for me was such an amazing night, bro. Like the way that you fought, the way that the crowd, it felt like it was Wembley Stadium in that moment. I'm being serious.
The crowd was incredible that night. They lifted me up, man. And my second fight, when I got knocked down in front of 30,000 in Saudi, I always say the people after God who got me up and I won that fight with the crowd. The crowd was mad. The crowd was crazy, and that's what I love about the Saudi people and the Arabs and me making history. Is that they are with you and behind you no matter what.
That's
Win,
what's up.
lose, draw, you're beating someone up, you're not beating someone up. The passion that we have in Saudi Arabia for sports and athletes is crazy. But Latino night, it was insane.
It was a beautiful,
insane.
such a beautiful night, man.
I was the first fight, but everybody
it was like the headline.
Turned up, man. Everyone turned up, and everyone just was crazy. It was like a headline.
Dope. It was dope.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna be fighting at Madison Square Garden, right? Which is not too far from where we are right now. Making history at Madison Square Garden. Correction. Now, what do you want to say to those new fans who are going to be watching live on the Zone, also going to be at this, historic arena? This is an opportunity to not just put Zizo's name on the map, but also to bring Saudi boxing. Yes, like you said, you fought in LA, but this is Madison Square Garden.
This is different, man. Madison Square Garden is different. The pinnacle, the mecca of boxing, like I always say. And Buddy McGirt, my coach, he fought there 25 times. They were his promoters when he was a fighter. And he told me, listen, when you fight at Madison Square Garden, the energy is different. Yeah. He said, when you're doing that ring walk, you're walking the same ring walk that Ali, Tyson, Duran, Leonard, Frazier, everybody walked. He said even Biggie, Nas, Tupac, he said you're walking and
that's real too.
Breathing the same air that these greats did. You're in the same locker rooms and everything. So for everyone tuning in, I think sometimes not everyone else needs a reminding, but I also need a reminding that this is a multi-generational story, bro.
That's right.
My story is a multi-generational story. Wow. Not for myself, but for the generations that are come after me too.
Yes. But they will remember the 31st of January.
100%. They will remember the 31st of January and everything that came before and everything that will come after. Because every generation, you get the fast puncher, the power puncher, the boxer, the fighter, the warrior. But it's only multi-generational where you get the history maker, where you get a fighter who's not only representing a street, a city or a state, but a whole country in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and a whole side of the world in the Arab world. It's not every generation, but it's multi-generational where you get people who have to wake up at 2 and 3 a.m. to watch a whole fighter fight in a whole other country. So that's what I need reminding. You get what Pacquiao is for the Philippines, what
that's right.
AJ, Fury, Frank Bruno, all of them were to the UK. Chavez was for Mexico. You get Zizo for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the Arab world, a whole side of the world, a whole different time zone. So,
mashallah,
alhamdulillah, man. So, you know what? Just saying that now makes me very, very happy that I'm a man of God.
Yes.
And I've been blessed with this opportunity to show up and show out Saturday night. And again, I just want everybody to watch what I'm gonna do with one hand. My jab. Everybody knows about my jab, and I'm gonna bust someone up with my jab.
That's what's up, man. How does Zizo celebrate after the 31st? What's going on, man? Where we going, bro?
Adele's Halal Food Court. Adele's Halal Food Court is the first place I'm going right after the fight. I'm just saying, no, you think I'm joking? I have a list, bro.
Serious, bro. No
I have a list. Listen, anyone who knows me knows I'm a huge foodie.
Come on.
Look at that list.
That's
and then I have right after fight.
That's crazy. Alright, listen, we're pulling up.
Adele's Halal Food Court. They say the line is an hour, but I don't mind having my sunglasses on, having just fought at Madison Square Garden.
That's what's up.
And in that line. Maybe I catch the main event, maybe I don't, but I'm catching that food. I'm catching that food.
Talking about the main event as well, what a card that you're a part of, Zizo. I mean, next to your own fight, which fights are you most looking forward to? I mean, there's 3 world title fights. I was at Ring 4 in November in Saudi, and that was historic in itself. 4 world title fights. You had Benavidez, Yard, you had Bam Bam Rodriguez, and we have 3 world title fights on Ring 6. I mean, Riyadh season and the ring itself is putting on some of the best cards. What are you most looking forward to aside from your own fight?
Look, two main fights that I'm really looking forward to. First of all, Shakur Teo is a huge fight.
Huge.
But what I love about that fight, and what the boxing audience and the general audience and the fighting audience need to understand, is you can keep guessing and having your opinions on who's gonna win that fight, but at the end of the day, these are two people at the highest level.
Yeah.
In a 50-50 fight skill-wise. At the highest level of sports, whoever turns out better on the night is gonna win.
Facts.
Shakur can win this weekend, and then they fight again next weekend, and Teo is gonna win.
Yeah.
Then they fight the weekend after, Shakur wins again. Then they draw. At the highest level, when you get two people in their prime, skill level, they are technically sound and good boxers, fight. Everybody has their own attributes, but they're both at the highest level in their prime, age, boxing-wise, everything. Whoever's gonna turn out better on the night, physically and mentally, and the right game plan in the corner, adapting to the fight.
Yeah.
Not even the game plan before, but whoever's gonna adapt in the fight is gonna win. And like I said, I hope we see a trilogy from this fight. And I actually predict we see a trilogy from this fight. Maybe kick off a new Four Kings era. You never know.
Come on.
But that's what I'm looking forward to for this fight. A true 50-50. And the second fight I'm really looking forward to is Keyshawn Davis, Jermaine Ortiz. I think this fight is amazing because on a personal level, I don't know neither Jermaine or Keyshawn.
Yeah.
But you gotta take your hat off and you gotta respect what Keyshawn went through this last year and the person he's come out of it to become. You know, I'm a huge psychology person. You know, I'm actually doing my master's right now.
What's up?
So I know everything that goes in it, but I know that sometimes you gotta go through a year like the year that Keyshawn has to become the person that's gonna live that type for years to come. You know, so like they say, you know, like I always say, life is a sailing boat, but it's a sailing boat with a fucking captain on it. Okay? And sometimes you're gonna go through a storm, but after you go through the storm, don't go back, you know, regretting the storm that has taught you how to captain that same boat for years to come. It's gonna teach you how to captain your boat for many years to come in a better way. So respect to Keyshawn for that. And it's going to be a true good fight because both of them are very good.
I love that, Zizo. You know what? Just touching on the first fight, what you mentioned there about who wins is the person that turns up on the night. You know, it's funny because when I've studied, from a media standpoint, when I've studied interviews with people like Usain Bolt, who's in a whole nother discipline from you guys as fighters, you guys are all athletes. He said the same type of thing. He's like, you know, we've conditioned ourselves, we prepared ourselves as best we can for these races, but it's who turns up on the day is going to win the race. It's not about what you've achieved previously.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
The highest level doesn't matter.
At the highest level, it doesn't matter because you can all win. That's the level that you guys are operating at now, you know. So it's about the mentality. And then back to your second point, like you said, the storms will come. And recently we had a conversation in Miami when I was there for the AJ Jake Paul fight. And I got to sit down with Apollo Ono, who's like the most decorated Winter Olympian in America. And he was talking about when you're flying, like fighter jets or whatever, it's about who's in a cockpit. So it's about here, more so than the engineering of that plane.
More so than the cockpit itself.
Exactly. It's who's in the cockpit. You know? So you guys have built the machine. The machine's ready to go. It's about now who turns up on the day.
And that's why fight week, bro, you have to just enjoy it because you want to save that energy for fight night. Because Saturday, the nerves are gonna hit. You're fighting at the end of the day. The adrenaline rush is gonna be there. It's a moment. So you're gonna go through the nerves and the adrenaline, the feeling, the excitement, the happiness, the doubt, the worry, whatever it is, Saturday night it's gonna come. But why start feeling it from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and the brain doesn't know the difference from what's real and what's not.
Yeah.
So when you go through the same nerves and feelings and emotions, even if it's happiness and excitement, motivation, you still waste energy because there's no fight at the end of it.
Yeah, that's right.
So then you get into Saturday night feeling like you have nothing left in you.
Yeah.
So what I promised myself was, I have 4 childhood best friends. 4 childhood best friends that we've known each other since we were 10.
Yeah.
And they've, some family you're born with and some family you choose. And this is the family that I got to choose. And when I started fighting and I made my pro debut, I said to myself, these 4 are gonna come with me every single fight because each one of them plays such a huge role in saving my energy and in me winning that fight. And they don't know this, and maybe I haven't said it to them, but without them, I can't win. Without them, I can't fight. Without them, I don't get this Saturday.
Come on.
Come on. All 4 of them, one of them is just the guy that knows the boxing and keeps my head straight.
Yeah.
One of them, you feel the positivity as soon as you see him.
Yeah.
The third, me and him connect on a religious, level.
Yeah.
And the fourth is the guy who is very unapologetically blunt. He's laughing because look, my friends, because he knows what I'm speaking about.
Yeah.
Because this guy only usually comes on Thursday or Friday and leaves right after a fight Sunday. But thank God, because he's too blunt.
Yeah, that's it.
I
tell you.
One time, my 4th fight, I was going through, feeling the nerves. I didn't have that much experience, and I spoke to him. I said, "Listen, I'm feeling some nerves," and he was like, "Why?" I was like, "Because I'm fighting Saturday."
Yeah.
And he said, "And today is," I was like, "Wednesday."
Yeah.
He's like, "So why are you nervous now?"
So you got a few days to get over this shit.
He was like, "And it's Wednesday and the fight is Saturday and you're nervous now?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm just feeling the nerves." I was in Poland for the Usyk undercard, Usyk Dubois, and
that's huge.
And all of that. He's like, "The fight is Saturday. You shouldn't be worried now. This is the restaurant we're gonna go to."
Yeah.
The guy's just blunt and he makes you feel like you. But you know what? Puts things into perspective.
Yeah.
And so, listen, all of them to come together to create.
It takes
family.
a village, man. It takes a village. I love that, man. So you're gonna not be only representing your street, your city, your nation, the kingdom, but also the people that make the fabric of who you are as Zizo.
Exactly,
yeah, man.
My family, the one I was born into, which I love, and the one I got to choose, which I love too.
Come on, bro. You know what? Just before we wrap up, I want to ask you, last year, you wasn't as active as you wanted to be, right? And I want to respect you. Actually, I want to kind of tip my hat off to you right now, because it takes a lot of mental resolve to take those disappointments sometimes and stay ready. So I want to ask you, like, how you maintain that, but then also, can we look forward to more Zizo in the ring in 2026? Because an active fighter is a dangerous fighter, and I know you've got big ambitions, bro. I believe you're still with 258 as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
there you go. So
it's my family too.
That's it.
Yeah.
So you got a 258 family. So I know you're definitely want to be more active this year. So tell me a little bit about how you maintain that mindset, throughout 2025, and what we can expect in 2026. You know
what they say, you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. Right? I can talk about my plans forever right now.
Yeah,
I wanted to be active this year, I want to be active that year, and I'm going to be fighting it. But you plan, I plan, then God plans.
Yeah.
And you said I wasn't as active as I wanted to be, but I was as active as I needed to be. And I only say that because whatever God gives me is what I need. Even though if I don't feel like I want it at the moment, you find out always later on. We always look back months ago, years ago, and we look back and we're like, this is actually what I needed to go through. So sometimes we need to press, the brakes, and we need to have our feet on the brakes, but you don't want it, or the ego doesn't want it. But then God gives it to you, because the way the universe or God or whatever you believe in, the way it works is sometimes God and the universe are gonna try to, you know, align you to a specific route and show you a specific way. And then you're gonna say, no, 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 and you're gonna swerve another way. So God is gonna try to show you the way one time, do that. But eventually, if you don't go the way He's trying to show you, He's gonna push you.
He's gonna push you,
you know? He's gonna just push you. And that year that I took inactivity for the fight is one thing, but I was in 4 training camps. 4 2-month training camps. The only thing remaining was the fight. So I was at that level when I last fought. Now I'm just
preparing you for MSG.
Preparing me for MSG.
Come on, man.
And that's how you have to think about it, bro. Because
bro,
you need to have faith the opportunity will come to those who deserve the opportunity. And to deserve the opportunity, you need to be the one working for the opportunity.
That's right.
So then when it's presented, are you ready for it? And it was presented for me after almost a year out the ring, but I was more ready than all the opportunities that were presented to me before.
Come on.
Just because I had faith that with patience comes the reward. And you know what our thing with patience is? We think patience starts day one of the issue and trials and tribulations you're going through. When real patience starts at the last day where you feel like you can't take it anymore.
It's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work.
Quit. I get you.
This is day one of patience.
Such a key right now.
That is day one of patience. Then is day one. Then you get the reward. It always feels like that.
I love that, bro. I needed to hear that.
My brother.
I needed to hear that. Is anyone documenting your journey, bro? Who's documenting your journey? Who's following? Because remember, you are a history maker right now. When we're talking about multi-generational stories, this is one of them, Zizo. And I'm grateful to have met you. I'm grateful for the friendship we have. But I know that also, you know, God don't make mistakes. And we're living in a time right now where, thankfully, through my journey, I'm able to recognize, you know, and have a contribution to stories that I believe are powerful and impactful, because that's the reason why I do the work I do. Who's documenting your journey? Who has traveled with you from Saudi to MSG right now to help not just spotlight what it is you're about to achieve, but to encapsulate it in a way that people will remember it, not just from the eyes of, you know, those that are watching on the zone and playing it back. I'm talking about this real story, because I'm grateful I get a chance to speak to you as my brother. Like, this isn't us doing a press conference, this is different. You know, talk to me, bro. Who's been telling your story? How are you capturing your story, if that makes sense?
Where is he? Mustafa. He's in a meeting. But he's my childhood best friend again.
Come on.
Right there.
That's what's up.
He's a big content creator. He does a lot of, you know, filming. And,
good, man.
And since fight, not one, because before I made my pro debut on the AJ Usyk undercard in Jeddah, I had 3 cancelled fights that I tried to do in the States. One of them in Mexico, 2 of them in Cali. And he lived with me in LA.
Wow, man.
And he has it all
Big
documented.
Up Mustafa, man.
He has it all documented.
Come on.
Fight 1 cancelled, 2 cancelled, 3rd cancelled. Then he has the call that I got for AJ Usyk. He has everything. We have a Netflix documentary.
I was about to say, but I can't wait to tune into that.
We have a Netflix documentary waiting. My childhood best friend right there.
Come on,
documents everything ins and outs.
Come on.
Ins and outs, man.
That's amazing, bro. That's amazing. Okay, so that's that. Now, bro, as a final word, I want people who are coming into contact with Ziyad Almaayouf for the first time, you know, describe yourself in 3 words and what they can expect on the 31st at Madison Square Garden, man. We can't wait to tune in for you, bro.
Listen, if you know me, I'm always smiling.
Yeah, that's right, always.
I'm always present. And no matter what comes into my life, boxing, money, fame, it never changes who I am.
Come on.
That's what I'm happier about. That's what I'm happiest about. All the fighting, the boxing, the wins, the fame, the media, the this and that.
Yes.
You don't take it with you to the grave, right?
That's
you
right.
only take the person you become to the grave with you. So, and that's what you leave behind to the people who will remember you after we're all gone. So
Wow.
I'm that type of person, smiling always, present always, never changed.
What a word to end on, bro.
My guy.
I love that,
my
man.
brother, man.
Listen, I hope you get
You're
some
a real
rest.
one.
Listen.
You're a real one, and it's easy to recognize because not many of them in boxing.
Come on, bro.
So
Facts.
you're a real one,
Facts.
my brother.
I appreciate you, my brother, man. Appreciate your time.
Thank you, bro.
I'm always here following your journey, always supporting, bro.
My brother.
And I can't
For
wait
real.
to just witness your greatness on the 31st, man.
You will.
Handle business, bro.
It's already handled.
Amen.
Already handled here. I just go through the motions Saturday. Don't worry about that.
Guy. Thank you so much for your time, bro.
Thank you, bro. That was amazing, bro.
Love, bro.
Thank you,
Good
brother.
time, bro.
Thank
Yeah.
you, man.
Love,